Tis I, Super Nintendo Boy. And today I'm going to reveal the secret behind my video called The Lens of Truth in Vanilla Minecraft. If you haven't seen it, you should probably go check it out. This video won't make much sense if you haven't seen that one. But this one's gonna go ahead and explain it. In my inventory, I have the Lens of Truth, and it has +1 max health on it, which is an attribute, something added in 1.6. It's sort of like enchantments. I'm not going to go too much into detail. You can look up other videos on attributes. But this one will give you +1 max health, meaning when I hold it, it will give me a half a heart extra to my health bar. Of course, you can't see it in creative, but it would in survival, as I demonstrate in my my Lens of Truth video. And then what happens there is you can run this command, and what this will do is it'll detect how many hearts the current player has, and then we can set up this gizmo right here. This gizmo runs pretty much the whole Lens of Truth. This one is testing for if you have 21 health, which is 10 hearts and another half of a heart. So only when I'm holding this will I have 21 health. And if that's true, this comparator will activate, which will teleport the player 31 blocks along the Z-axis. And so this is kind of cheap, I know, but there's actually 2 temples, and when activated in this first one, which has which just has the default temple, has the block you can go through and the invisible platforms. But how do I reveal them? Well, when it teleports you 31 blocks, it brings you to this one, which is 31 blocks away. And this one is the one with the revealed entities. So, yes, but now in 1.7, now I can, I don't have to use this teleport command. Now instead I could use the set block feature. I could make blocks and entities be deleted and summoned. So I might do a later video on an upgraded version of the Lens of Truth, but honestly I think if you really wanted to see that, you could do it yourself. But anyway, on with it. We can come back to this giant mechanism here. Along with teleporting you, it will give you the nausea effect for ever. But what this also does is it activates a thing of repeaters that goes into this command block that gives you the wither effect, which takes down your health. So pretty much what this is doing is this mechanism is giving you extra life, detecting that you have extra life, and then when you do have extra health, I should say, you get nausea. You can see things, but only as long as these repeaters are on. And then it activates the wither effect, which takes away those extra hearts and puts you back to normal, takes away the nausea here. We also have this command block here that gets rid of the nausea when deactivated. And then we have this one that takes you back over. So that's almost it. Almost. The other thing behind this is passable blocks. As you can see, this nether brick block I can pass right through. And this is something interesting that I actually figured out completely by accident. This is tile ID 36, and if you watch my last video, the right-clickable iron doors, I explain how this block works. But a weird thing I noticed with this block is that when you drop when a falling sand entity, which is sand when it's in its falling state, falls onto it, it stays a falling sand entity. It doesn't turn back into a sand block. And then allows us to pass through it, because when sand is falling, you can pass through it. So this sort of freezes the sand into place. But what you can do is you can open this world up in MBT editor, which is an external editing program. And then what you can do is you can edit the tile ID of the falling sand and change it to whatever ID you want. Like you could make it birchwood, and it would be a passable block of birchwood. So what I just did was I changed this block, this tile ID, to 98, which is stone brick, sorry. And now you can pass through it. Of course, it doesn't actually go along with lighting, so you can see quite a bit of difference in between these two blocks. And the other thing was invisible platforms. This has been a trick that's been in the game for a long time. I'm sure you can find videos of it. What it is if you take an iron door in Minecraft, which is actually 2 blocks when you place it down, and you chop off the top half or chop off the bottom half using MC Edit or anything that won't cause an update. Because as you can see, when I break this, a second afterward, the next one breaks because it's updating. But if you use an external program such as MC Edit, you can remove the top or bottom half, making it invisible. And then on the other side, I just have some trapdoors that were copied and pasted, also in MC Edit. But I think that's about it for this contraption and this video in general. If there are any other questions you still have, make sure to go ahead and ask them in the comments below, and I will sure try to answer them. But I guess that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching.